How you doing, everybody? I hope you're all doing great. Stock Option Sniper here. First and foremost, I'd like to thank each and every one of you that's been supporting my channel, that are subscribed, always sending me private messages telling me that, hey, I watched your videos, tried out the strategy, and it absolutely worked, made me some money. Guys, I'm extremely happy for you. I give this information out for you guys to win at a very high level. So today, I want to go over a very important topic, right? It's called the Golden Goose method. It's called the Golden Goose because, as you can see, if you have a mouse, there's that little ball in the middle where you can zoom in and zoom out of a play, right? You can zoom in and zoom out like that. That's called the Golden Goose. I have a mouse pad, but I want you guys to go to the weekly, any time frame, right? In this scenario, I'm in the weekly. I want you to go as far as you can, right? I don't know if you can hear me, but I'm on my mouse pad. But if you have that ball, if you have that golden ball on your mouse, you can scroll out and see a bigger picture, right? See a bigger picture, whatever where it gives you, right? So after you go to that, after it gives you that big picture, you're gonna go and start charting out your structure, right? I have a structure video here that I showed you guys. So what is it that we do? I'm on a weekly here. So as you can see, price is doing this here, right down. You're basically just following, right? This is where to find where you currently are, right? Okay, let's not get ahead of ourselves. Okay, we're here. You guys see that? Where are we currently? We're in exon, right? So what is happening here, right? It's called the Golden Goose because of that little ball in the middle of your mouse. It gives you a bigger picture on what is really going on, right? I don't know if you guys heard the same before. You cannot see the entire picture while you're in the frame. So doing this allows you to see where you're going. Right now, Exxon on the weekly is currently in the uptrend, as you guys can see that, right? You guys can see that higher higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. It's going up and up, right? You guys can see that on Exxon. It's right here. So I want to tell you guys that if you are shorting this stock, your account will most likely be down, right? Especially if you try to short the stock here, your account will be down, right? Why is that? Well, as before, I used to trade retail and did not understand price action. So what I would do is I would basically say, hey, there's a supply zone in this area, this supply zone over here, right? I'll make the most realistic right here. I would draw my supply zone from this high going all the way here where it tremendously fell, right? Did it fall? Absolutely it fell. If you would have shorted this market for a couple days, at least it's like a week and a half, let's say 2 weeks, you would have made profit for sure, right? But if you held on to that play, overall you would have lost money. Why? Because it started to go up to your break even, and it started going up without you, right? So this is where this play comes in, right? Understanding where you are in the bigger picture. You have to understand, is the market bullish or bearish? Once you find that trend, you can capitalize on that trend. So for example, on this scenario, every time the stock goes down, you know you're going to buy more because you're in an uptrend, right? And if you're in a super downtrend, you know that every time the stock goes up, you're going to keep buying more so you can ride it all the way back down, right? I hope that makes sense, you guys. So you're not getting trapped here saying, okay, this is my supply zone right here, right? This is my supply zone. Okay, this right here, right? I'm gonna take this out. I just want to make sure we got that clear, right? Oh, I'm over here. I'm on my supply zone is going down. Okay, it's going down. But overall, you're not understanding. There's a whole structure going on right here, right? If you look at my past videos on structure, I literally break this entire schematic down. Right, this right here is actually people shorting this because they see that it's a supply zone that it fell from. But if you understand, right now we are currently actually bullish, right? We are bullish right here. This literally just touched our demand zone. We are very bullish on this. Look at that, you guys, right? And it's been doing that for at least a couple weeks. Mind you not, believe me or not, I have not seen this stock before. I'm literally just charting this today, right? So every single time, right, people try to short from this stock, the moment it broke the structure, it was over, right? So this itself is a structure. This right here is blue, right? The moment it broke above this high, it was over. We were running. The moment it started trading above it, right? We had people trying to short this market here. Boom, they have to try to short it there. Be like, okay, it's been we've been going up for a couple weeks now. We got to go down. Puts, they got puts, including that supply zone from earlier that I drew. Okay, for the supply zone, we're definitely headed back down. What happened? Boom, left without them. They keep on shorting this market every single time, and they're just falling for it, right? Previous high structure. They just keep on falling and falling and falling for this trap, right? And it's also a lot of hedge funds too. A lot of hedge funds is blowing their account, right? Just because they have a lot of money, that doesn't mean they know how to trade, right? Look at that, you guys. They just keep on falling for the trap. They keep on trying to short the market when it's very bullish. You guys see that, right? Every single time the market comes down, this is where you're supposed to be buying more, right? Once it goes up, you know there's going to be a retest happening, and it keeps on running. Goes right up, breaking that structure again, goes right up, comes back down to that demand zone, goes right back up, right? Guys, you have to understand this. Stop trying to force short. Stop trying to force short when it's a bullish market, and stop trying to force longs in a bearish market, right? And if you understand that box strategy that I've been talking about here since the last month, if you look at the schematic, right, this entire structure within itself has a schematic here, right? We got the blue box, we got the green box in this scenario, but we can make this, let's make this purple because I don't want to confuse that. Let's demand zone is the purple, dark blue, right? Let's say that dark green, and then you have the blue to the confirmation of the transfer from weak hands to strong hands in a form of Wyckoff in a lower time frame, right? We're in the weekly. And then we have another structure here within that, right? We have a structure within that breaking that high, so that it makes that itself become a structure. Look for that previous up down, which is here, creating that demand zone, right, where it last went up. Once you have that, you have a schematic within a Wyckoff in a lower time frame with a transfer from from weak hands to strong hands, right? Look at that, you guys. We have a structure within itself right here. This entire structure, right? And then we had people just forcing and forcing, trying to short the market. Oh, it's actually right here. I'm sorry. Right? We are just forcing and forcing and trying to short the market when it's not giving a short, right? When you try to force the shorts, it usually goes long. When you try to force long, it goes short. Why is my mouse pad not working? Right? Previous up move right there. That last uptrend. Right there. Right? You guys see that? And if you have not watched my and also if you understand there's a mitigation that he has to mitigate, mitigation means the again, tongue twisted here. Mitigation is the reduction of risk, right? Reduction of risk of what? The imbalance in the market. Imbalance. I have a video imbalance that he needed to fill this gap. There's an imbalance here. When you have an S&D zone, in this scenario, a demand zone, you have imbalances here. And when you put a demand zone, meaning that the price has to fill that, it's more chances that it's going to hold up, right? So we're just filling those gaps. Like up here, there's a gap that needs to be filled. This entire schematic right here, this candle, this has a gap that needs to be filled, right? So most likely the price will come higher and higher to liquidate all the highs here, right? We are bullish, like I said. People here are shorting right now because they seen a supply zone, right? But we right here as smart money, studying the smart money footprint, we are now bullish. We're going to see this go up higher and higher, and people are still going to keep on shorting and shorting, right? Next thing you know, where individuals are so damn tired of shorting, they're going to be like, all right, I'm tired of shorting and shorting this stock. Let me go calls now. The moment they start, oops, sorry guys, I moved it. The moment they start trying to take calls, right, starts going down, right? Liquidating all these lows, liquidating all the highs right here, liquidating this high, right? Goes up, boom, it's done. Everybody got trapped, trying to force it once again, and it just becomes a whole cycle. You can look at this the past 200 years. People have been falling for this trap. This is the reason why those individuals that do not study the market or understand how to trade will always get liquidated, right? They're always going to say, oh, this doesn't work. My strategy didn't work, moving from another strategy to another strategy, right? Uh, I also have here Disney. I don't know if I deleted it. I think it was Disney. Yeah, it was Disney. I had a class with my team the other day, and uh, the other day last night, and I showed them an example that, you know, sometimes we become this pajama stripe trader where, like right here on BA, for example, right? Let's say you don't see this area right here. Let's just say, I know it's here, but let's just say you didn't. So you have, when you understand liquidity, if you don't have liquidity, the liquidity, right? You're gonna be like, okay, this is a demand zone. This is a demand zone, right? Demand zone, right? Because as you can see in the picture, that's where the price went up. So they're gonna say it's a demand zone, right? Demand zone. This is how I used to trade. Demand zone, right? And my students, I try to teach them not to become a pajama stripe trader. Pajama stripe trader means that you have so many zones or support and resistance where you get so confused from the overall trend where the market is supposed to be going. And instead of you getting that high RR, you get out your play more because you keep saying there's a demand zone. But what happened here, right? I'll show you what happened here. So the market is making its way up, right? It's an uptrend, as you can see, creating that demand zone, bouncing back up to go even higher. And what happened here? Let me make that line black so we see clear. What happened here? The moment we seen that, we have individuals that kept trying to short in this zone, but not understanding we had to liquidate all the highs here. Once we liquidated the highs here, right, liquidated all the highs here, what happened? The market tremendously fell, even gapped down. That's how crazy that was. So people think we're bullish. Well, we didn't think we were bullish, but it fell down tremendously, and what happened? Just liquidating every single lows. Demand zone, I should get out. Nope. Goes up, it goes up and goes even lower. Oh, it's a demand zone. I'm gonna take calls. Nope, goes down even lower. Oh, demand zone goes down even lower. And now they try to take calls. They try to take puts. Next thing you know, it goes back up, liquidating all those highs because now they think it's a supply zone, right? What do I mean supply zone right here? So this became a supply zone. This became a supply zone, right? Red, supply zone. They think it's now a supply zone. They think now it's a supply zone, right? And they're just getting tremendously killed by the market. Market is just smacking them in the face left to right. So this is why when I teach you guys how to trade and understand price action, this is the price action. This is liquidity, right? So what's most likely to happen for BA? Well, look at this. In this scenario, BA was here, right? It went down tremendously. It went up, liquidating all these highs. Once it liquidated the highs, these started to become price targets. This needs to be liquidated. Liquidation means where most of the orders lies in the market, right? People try to short here or liquidated. They take calls. Now there's a lot of orders here um, from their stop losses and stop sells, right? So those who are long in this long the market in this scenario, definitely are happy because they have that profit. But there's a lot of orders here in this area that needed to be liquidated. So now in this case, we have a lot of orders here because when the composite man tried to run the market up, manipulating this structure, right? If you guys don't understand the Wyckoff, the transfer of the weak hands to strong hands, I have a video on that. It's I think I have two videos, but the latest one, the advanced one, is there. Is the Wyckoff distribution. You have the UT right here, right? You have that UT, that's the upthrust. Then you have that UTAD. You have the UTAD, the upthrust after distribution, and once you have that, market just starts to fall, liquidating everything, right? Continue to fall. Probably did this on a lower time frame, and boom, just continue to fall. Now you have it here, consolidating here, and will continue to fall all the way back down to this until it liquidates this 80 level in BA, right? I think that's 80, around this level. You guys get it, right? Around here, liquidating all that. And they're trying to long the market. Okay, we're bullish, we've been beat up. Nope, that's when they get confused, and then it's back all over again and go all the way back again, right? So guys, I hope this helped you. I just wanted to share that stop being a pajama stripe trader. Let your plays run. If you got that best entry, I show you guys the strategy. If you are not yet in my mentorship, I teach this very, very detailed. My Patreon is literally in the link. So if you're part of that, you don't have to worry about this because we go over in detail, and every single day we're literally just killing and making profits every day from the market, having the proper setup, giving ourselves a proper A+ setup, and we're not just taking random trades. We're literally understanding and learning how to trade like the smart money, and we're studying their footprint, right? So once again, everybody, thank you so much for staying. If you stood this long, yeah, just enjoy the rest of your day and trade safely. Peace, guys.